Every day after school, I check the mailbox before Mom gets home from work. 6 weeks now, my fingers tremble as I sort through bills and catalogs, searching for that thick cream envelope with my name written in fancy calligraphy, Miss Claire Anderson. My imagination runs wild with visions of silk dresses and rose petals, of walking down the aisle before my big brother.
I'm in the middle of a run! I can't check the stats now!
Did you hear anything about the flower girl dress yet? I ask Mom over dinner. Again. The peas on my plate have gone cold, pushed into a small green mountain while I wait for her answer.
Dude,
Mom's fork scrapes against her plate.
And I hate it back.
Claire, honey, we've talked about this. The wedding plans are still coming together. But we haven't talked about it. Not really. Every time I bring it up, the answers get vaguer, the subject changes faster. David said I could help with something, I insist. He promised at Christmas. Mom sets down her fork. The clink against the plate sounds too loud in our kitchen. Claire, we need to have a conversation. My stomach drops. I know that tone the one adults use when they're about to explain something obvious that will break your heart. The wedding is going to be very elegant, Mom begins, smoothing her napkin. David and Rachel have decided to make it adults only, no children at all. The words hit like a punch to the chest. But I'm his sister. You're 12, sweetheart. Mom reaches for my hand.
Wait,
I pull back before she can touch me. This is what sophisticated couples do nowadays. It's nothing personal. Did David say that?
Okay, yeah, that's
my voice cracks.
Okay.
About me not coming? Mom's silence
Stats
tells
take 3
me everything.
seconds. That could be
I push away from the table,
winning or not
my
winning.
chair scraping against the linoleum. I go to my room and curl up on my bed, hugging my knees to my chest.
Oh my god.
Through the heating vent, I hear Mom on the phone downstairs.
You're kidding me.
No, she's finally accepted it, she says to someone. Probably Aunt Susan. I knew she'd understand eventually. Claire's always been such a mature girl. I grab my art supplies and start working on a card for David and Rachel. My hands shake as I draw hearts and flowers, carefully writing congratulations in my best cursive. Even if they don't want me there, I can still show them I care. The paper gets a little wet where tears drop, but I keep going. The morning of the wedding dawns bright and clear. Everyone else left last night for the hotel near the venue. The house feels huge and empty, my footsteps echoing through silent rooms. In my closet, I find the dress Mom bought me for Easter pale pink with a satin sash. Put it on carefully, smoothing the skirt.
I didn't know it could...
In front of my mirror, I practice walking slowly, the way I imagine a flower girl should. Head high, small steps, basket of rose petals held just so. I drop invisible petals on my carpet,
I mean, it was faster than
marking the path
usual,
to an imaginary
although
altar where my
broke.
brother waits.
And we have no...
Thank you for helping make our day so
This
special.
is gonna be...
I whisper to my reflection, the words I'll never get to hear David say.
This is a really hard
2 weeks
scene.
later, Mom spreads wedding photos across the kitchen table.
Honest.
I spot David in his tuxedo, Rachel radiant in white. Aunts, uncles, cousins, over 18 beaming in every shot. The space where a flower girl should be remains glaringly empty.
At the right...
See, you wouldn't have enjoyed it
Oh my
anyway,
God, this is
Mom
so
says,
scary.
patting my shoulder. It was very formal, lots of boring speeches. I nod,
And
not trusting myself to speak.
It's shooting me from the other side.
Each photo feels like proof that I didn't matter enough to include. When David and Rachel return from their honeymoon 3 weeks later, they bring me a t-shirt from Hawaii. Sorry you couldn't be there, kiddo, David says, ruffling my hair like I'm still 6 years old. Maybe next time, huh? I wear the shirt to bed that night, tracing the bright hibiscus flowers printed across the front. Maybe next time. The words echo in my head as I drift off to sleep, a shadow of doubt taking root in my heart. Because even at 12,
oh my God.
Some part of me knows there will always be a reason why next time isn't quite right for me. 2 years after David's wedding, the whispers start again. I've learned to recognize them now, the sudden hush when I walk into the kitchen. Mom's phone calls that move to the back porch.
Whoa.
The way Joel won't quite meet my eyes at Sunday dinner.
Who said that?
At 14, I understand
this
more than
so
they
hard.
think.
I don't know how I'm doing
The
this.
signs multiply, like winter frost spreading across a window. Joel's fiancée Sarah showing me her ring, but never mentioning bridesmaids.
Guys, this is
Mom
horrible.
storing white tissue paper and ribbon in the craft room, but changing the subject
What the
when
fuck
I
am
ask
I
if she's
on fire?
welcome. Dad's careful silence whenever wedding dates come up. The house fills with catalogs I'm not supposed to notice, thick magazines, with gilded edges showcasing reception venues and flower arrangements. One afternoon, I find Sarah's handwriting on a guest list left on the counter. My finger traces down the columns of names, searching. Anderson, Anderson.
I feel like I'm in fucking Dunkirk!
Mom, Dad, Lauren, David, Rachel, Alex. The list stops there. Will I be at your wedding? I asked Joel one evening. We're alone in the den,
my
some old
God.
western playing on television. He's sprawled in Dad's
This is
recliner the way he always has, but his
one of the
laugh
worst
sounds
things I've
wrong
ever
when
done.
he answers. It's adults only, Claire Bear. Nothing personal.
Why can't they just give me...
The old nickname stings worse than the answer.
Why can't they just...
Like I'm still
You're
the
kidding
baby
me.
who needed a
Why
cutesy
can't they just give me
title,
good seeds?
not someone
They never
with
want to
it.
give me good seeds in this stupid
Later that
fucking
week, I
game!
overhear Sarah in the kitchen, her voice rising above the clatter of dishes. But she's his sister. I don't understand why. Trust me, Mom cuts in. Claire understands. She's so mature for her age. Always has been. The compliment twists in my chest like a knife. My maturity, once a point of pride, has become their favorite excuse.
Since 6
I spend Joel's wedding day in my bedroom, algebra homework spread across my desk. The house echoes, empty except for the slow tick of the grandfather clock downstairs. When the phone rings, I let it go to voicemail. 3 times, Mom's voice fills the kitchen when I go to prepare a meal. Claire, honey, just checking in. There's pizza money on the counter. The next morning, Mom spreads photos across the breakfast table, bright squares of happiness I wasn't allowed to witness. Look how beautiful everything turned out, she says, but I focus on my cereal, watching the squares of wheat turn soggy in the milk. That spring, Lauren gets engaged. My sister, me only sister, catches me after school, eyes bright with excitement. You'll be in my wedding for sure, she promises, squeezing my hands. I want you as a junior bridesmaid.
Wait, I think my
For
stuff
6
went
months,
everywhere
I
that
believe
time.
her. I help her choose dresses, spending Saturdays at bridal shops where saleswomen bring us cucumber water and talk about the perfect shade of coral. Lauren holds fabric swatches against my cheek, declaring each one almost right until we find the perfect match. You'll look amazing in this, she says, and I smile so hard my face hurts. But the whispers start again when Lauren's future mother-in-law comes to visit. I recognize the pattern now. Closed doors, hushed voices, that particular silence that falls when I walk into a room. The thing is,
Okay, wait, maybe I got everything.
Lauren tells me later, her voice small.
Bro.
Tom's family is really traditional. They think 18 is the cutoff for wedding guests.
Okay.
And since you'll only be 16, couldn't you wait until November? The words scratch my throat. I'll be 17 then. Almost 18.
Yo, this is so cursed.
Lauren's
I'm
eyes
not
fill
out
with
yet.
tears.
What's gonna happen is I'm
The
gonna go to
venue is already
court and
booked.
I'm gonna die
Mom
in
says-
lava or something.
I
That's
know
what's
what
gonna
Mom
happen.
says. I stand up from her bed, where we've sat together planning her wedding since the engagement. I'm so mature for my age. I understand.
Okay. What are the
2 more years
directions?
pass.
Negative
I'm 17
140
when
and
Alex
negative
announces
280.
his
Thanks for the
engagement
follow.
over
Negative,
Christmas
okay,
dinner.
well, negative 140,
I
I'm
watch
almost
my
there. Negative
cousins Jennifer and
280 is
Kate,
that way.
both freshly
Cool.
18,
So let me just
receive their gold-edged invitations in February. They show them off at Sunday
honestly
dinner,
just need to
the
pearl away
fancy
from
calligraphy
everything, but I
catching
kind
the
of
light.
can't because I'm
I
Dude,
don't
how
get it.
am I gonna get
In the garage
there?
later, while he's fixing
I'm
Dad's
in
lawnmower.
basalt.
They just turned 18. I'm 17 and a half. He doesn't look up from the engine. Rules are rules,
I
Claire.
don't think I can complete the
The
scene.
words hit me like a slap.
I'm gonna be
Standing there
so
among
honest.
the oil
I'm
stains
not sure
and
it's
garden
possible.
tools.
They're
something
still
clicks inside
shooting
me
at me!
like a key turning in a lock.
Yo.
These aren't rules.
Yo.
They're choices. 4 times now, my siblings have chosen to exclude me. 4 times, they've decided I matter less than their image of a perfect wedding. That night, I delete the wedding planning boards from my Pinterest account.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking
I
crash
unfollow
out.
the bridal
I'm gonna crash
magazines
out.
on
I'm gonna
Instagram.
crash out. This is
In
the
my
worst
journal,
scene
I write 3 words.
ever.
No more begging. When the whispers start for Alex's wedding, I don't strain to hear them.
I don't think I can
When
do
Mom
it.
leaves
I
wedding
don't think I
magazines
can
on the
complete the
coffee table,
scene.
I stack
The
them
scene is
neatly
so
in the
fucking
recycling
hard.
bin.
What do I
At
do?
Sunday dinners, I pass the
What do I
potatoes and
do?
ask about the weather.
This is the worst scene
and
I've ever
pretend not to
encountered
notice the
ever.
invitation samples peeking from Alex's fiancée's purse. They want me to be mature about it? Fine. I'll be so mature they'll never see how much it hurts. I'll be so understanding they'll never guess that each exclusion has
Of
taught
course
me
it's where
exactly
basalt
I stand
is. Like,
in this
why would it
family,
not
always
be?
on the outside.
Dude, this is so
Looking in through frosted glass at the celebrations
This
I'm not
pisses me
quite
off
good
so
enough to join.
much.
I focus on my college applications instead. Vermont looks beautiful in the brochures, all mountains and maple trees
I'm
and
putting
places
shit
far
on.
from here.
Oh, okay.
When Mom asks why I'm applying to schools so far away, I shrug and say something about their English program. I don't tell her that I've measured the distance, 8 hours by car, just far enough that no one will expect me at Sunday dinners anymore. The night before Alex's wedding, Mom knocks on my bedroom door. You're sure you'll be okay tomorrow?
break this
She hovers in the
water?
doorway, twisting her pearl
Yeah,
necklace.
that's the best place. How the fuck
We
am
could
I
set up a
supposed to
movie
get
marathon
there?
together, or maybe you could spend the day with Mrs. Peterson next door. I look up from my calculus homework and smile the
My
way
stuff's
they've
gonna
taught my calm,
despawn.
mature understanding. I've got this huge
There's a
test
village. I'm
Monday,
gonna go to this village.
I say.
Maybe I can make a
Actually,
shield.
it works out better this way.
Probably should have done that
More
to
study
begin
time.
with.
She nods, relief softening her features. Of course I understand. I always understand. But I don't. And I never will again. Have you ever watched a pattern emerge, each repetition making the truth clearer until you couldn't ignore it anymore? Share a moment when you realized someone's actions were showing their
This
true
seat is
feelings,
so hard.
not just circumstances. When the acceptance letter arrives from the targeted university, I am ready to leave for Vermont, away from my
I
family.
don't think they.
But I will
gave us
tell
a
them
book.
eventually. During my first Thanksgiving home from college, I watch Mom arrange her good china, the plates clicking against each other as she sets them around the table. Everyone will be here soon, David and Rachel with their perfect marriage. Joel and his fiancée, Lauren and her husband, Alex, and whatever girlfriend he's bringing this year. Claire, honey, could you fold the napkins? Mom holds out the stack of white linen, the ones reserved for special occasions. I take them without a word, remembering all the times I've helped prepare for family gatherings where I wasn't welcome. The napkins form crisp triangles under my fingers. I arrange them
Please
beside
put me out
each
of my
plate,
misery,
precise
bro.
and proper, just like Mom taught me.
Okay, what do I
Just
even
like I've
make
learned
here?
to be present, but not too present,
So I'm for sure
helpful
making
but
a
not
shield.
demanding attention, existing in the spaces between everyone else's lives. David arrives first, Rachel cradling their newborn. The kitchen fills with cooing and questions about the baby's sleep schedule. I stay by the china cabinet, polishing glasses that don't need polishing.
And it's nice.
No one notices. Vermont's pretty far, Mom says later, passing me the mashed potatoes.
Dude.
Are you sure about this college choice? There are plenty of good schools closer to home. I spoon potatoes onto my plate.
Actually, the worst scene
I
ever.
already accepted their
I
offer.
can't believe this.
Silence
This is so
drops over the
annoying.
table like a heavy blanket. 5 pairs of eyes stare at me, the first time they've really looked at me all evening.
No, get the
When
fuck
were you
away
planning
from me.
to tell us? Dad's
No,
fork scrapes against
get away
his
from me,
plate.
skeleton.
I'm telling
Okay,
you
they're in
now.
the end. Please put me out of my
My
misery.
voice comes out steady, surprising me. 4 years of being the afterthought in their
I
celebrations
definitely
have taught me
should've
to
done
build
this
my
to
own
begin
life in the quiet spaces they never bothered to fill. Lauren reaches for my hand. But Claire, we won't
Claire,
see
I'm
you.
having the worst
You
game of
haven't
my
seen me
life.
for years. The words slip out before I can catch them. Not really. More silence.
Okay, we can get back to
Rachel
our
bounces
stuff,
the
but I just
baby.
don't know how much of it.
Alex
I can't
suddenly
guarantee any of
finds his
it's
green
still there.
beans fascinating. Mom dabs at her mouth with her napkin. That was the last time I attended any kind of family gathering. The next 4 years passed pretty quickly, full of studying and focus only on me. After graduation, I find an apartment in Burlington. It's small, just a studio with a kitchenette and a window that looks out on a brick wall.
Okay, I have
But
a
it's
shield
mine.
though.
Every morning, I wake up
shield.
to sunlight painting patterns on walls I chose, surrounded by furniture I picked out. No one else's wedding photos stare down at me. No empty spaces where I should have been but wasn't. Join us at book club Thursday?
How did I still get
Maria
set on
from the library staff room
fire?
asks, holding up her thermos of coffee. We're reading that new mystery everyone's talking about.
Fucking god.
Thursday used to be family dinner night.
I've
I haven't
lost
been to one in years.
enough elo.
Count me on in. The book club leads to coffee dates, which lead to movie nights. Maria introduces me to her cousin who teaches yoga. Sarah from yoga class invites me to her art show. My calendar fills with notes and different colored inks people who text to check if I'm free,
Currently,
who notice when I miss
I'm
our
like
regular
the same elo as I
meetups,
always
who remember
am.
my birthday without
I'm so
Facebook
fucking
reminders.
Scared.
Your potluck contribution was amazing, my neighbor Mrs.
I'm so
Wilson says,
scared.
returning my casserole dish. Would you share the recipe?
I have to get
I
some of my
invite her in
stuff
for
before
tea.
it all burns.
She tells me about her grandchildren while I write down the ingredients. Her photos show every family member, even the smallest ones. No one cropped out, no one too young to
I just
matter.
can't get to it.
The
There's no way
community
I'm
garden
getting to
plot
it.
comes with my apartment building membership.
I'm
That's
stuck.
where I meet Mark, both of us reaching for the same tomato plant at the spring planting exchange. You take it, he
Did
says.
I bad luck? Yeah, I
I've
only
killed
had 2
every tomato
fire
I've
reds.
ever tried to grow. I
Okay,
could
well,
teach
I
you.
lost my boat.
The words surprise me. I've learned to be careful with offers, with hope.
I'm pretty
But
sure
his
my stuff's
smile
gonna
reaches his
despawn.
eyes, warm and real. We plant tomatoes together every weekend. He listens when I talk about work, about my book club, about the art class I'm taking. He notices when I skip over family stories, the way I edit around the empty spaces in my history.
No.
One evening, kneeling in the dirt, he asks about the gap in my photo collection. No wedding pictures of your siblings?
Game
There are
is
5 of you, right?
World's most
The
terrifying
tendril
game
of a pea plant
dodgeball.
wraps around my finger.
Okay.
I could deflect, like always. Change the subject. But Mark's hands are steady and the earth beside mine patient with silence. I wasn't invited. My voice catches. To any of them. He stops digging. What do you mean, not invited? They all had adult-only weddings. Every single one. The words tumble out, years of carefully managed pain breaking free. I was 12 for David's, 14 for Joel's, 16 for Lauren. She promised I could be in hers, but then she changed her mind. 17 for Alex's, just a few months too young.
We have
Every time. Mark's hand finds mine, dirt and all. Claire, that's not normal. That's not what family does. Something cracks in my chest. All these years I've told myself it was normal, traditional, sophisticated.
Go back and kill
the stories
more
I
of
built to
them.
make it hurt, less crumble, like dry soil. Was I really that forgettable? The question I've carried since I was 12 finally finds its voice. That easy to leave out? Mark pulls me close, not minding the garden dirt on my cheeks or the tears making tracks through it. He doesn't try to fix it with platitudes or explanations. He just holds space for the truth. I was the afterthought, the inconvenient youngest, the one they could exclude without consequences because I was too young
We
to fight
persevere.
back, too young to matter.
I'm getting.
The next week, the
I
therapist's
probably
office
should have reset
smells
the
like
world
lavender.
forever ago.
Dr. Chen watches me arrange and rearrange the little Zen garden on her coffee table. Your family taught you that you don't matter, she says quietly.
This guy has
But
a
you kept their secret.
22% FF rate.
Protected
Why
their
is he
image.
still playing?
Why? The tiny rake makes patterns in the sand.
Just FF,
I thought
bro,
if I was
please.
understanding enough, mature enough, they'd see me differently. And now? I am not sure, I responded. But I have changed. Focusing more on myself all these years, I said. My
I
hand
don't
stills.
forfeit.
The patterns in the
I have a
sand look
0%
like the
forfeit
paths
rate
I've
and
been
it's
carving
aura.
away from them, one
can't
choice
do
at a
it.
time. After the therapy was over, I went home. The text from David arrives on a Tuesday that same week. Madeline's christening next month. Family only. You'll be there?
That was so not worth
I look
it.
around my apartment at Maria's painting on the wall, at the tomato plants thriving on my windowsill, at the photo of Mark and me covered in garden, dirt, and laughter. My thumbs hover over the phone. The old Claire would have said yes, would have shown up with a gift and a smile, taken her place in the back row where she
Wow,
wouldn't
they
disturb
slept,
the
okay.
perfect family picture. I'm busy that weekend.
Fuck that guy.
I type instead. Good luck with the christening.
We're down to
I set
gold
the phone
one.
down. My hands don't
We
shake
have to
at
play
all.
another one so we can end the day in gold 2
A month later,
again.
tomato plants bow heavy with fruit in the community garden, their leaves brushing my ankles as
One
Mark
more
leads
for
me
all the
down the narrow
marbles.
path between plots. Late August, sunlight warms my shoulders, and the air smells of basil and ripening vegetables.
Man, I'm just like really
We reach
stuck
our plot,
between
the
gold
one
1
where
and
we
gold
first
2.
met
There's
2
just
years
no
ago. Both of us new gardeners with more
there's
enthusiasm
no way
than
around
skill.
it.
Remember how
this
you
is just where
taught
I'm
me
meant
the
to
right
be.
way to stake tomatoes?
This is where I'm meant to be.
Mark kneels beside our thriving plants, adjusting a vine. I kept doing
Isn't
it
it
wrong
late?
until you showed me.
Tyso, isn't it late
I
for
laughed,
you?
remembering his determined
It's 10
expression as he wrestled
10
with
p.m. for
twine
me.
and bamboo poles. You were so worried about hurting the plants. I still am. He stands, brushing dirt from his
1
jeans.
elo.
But you taught me something important that day.
This will be
Sometimes
the
you have to
first
be firm
day.
to help things grow
If I
strong.
lose this, it'll be the first
evening
day in a
light
very
catches
long
something in
time
his
that I'm
hand,
ending the day in
small
gold
box,
1. I've
dark
ended the
velvet.
day in gold 2
My
pretty
heart
much
stutters.
all
Claire.
of this week.
His voice carries the weight of certainty. You showed me how to nurture things properly. How to build something beautiful from the ground up. He opens the box, revealing a simple gold ring set with a pearl.
Whoa.
I can't believe they
Will
didn't
you marry me?
FF. That pisses me off.
Tears blur
Who said
my
that?
vision, but I see
Trinity.
him clearly. More clearly than I've
follow.
ever seen anyone in my life.
They have a 20%
You see
FF
me,
rate and they
I
have a
whispered.
25-minute average
really
and they
see me.
decided to tank their average
Always.
for a
He
34-minute
slips the
win.
ring onto my finger. It fits perfectly, like his arms around me, like his heart understanding mine. Between kisses, we agree. A small wedding, meaningful and true. Only people who matter.
I don't deserve
My voice
gold
carries
3.
a quiet
I will say that right
confidence
now.
I've
I'm in
never
a
felt before.
I'm in a constant
Our
battle
wedding
with
will be
myself
different.
for gold 2.
A
I want to
week
just
later,
get a
we sit
better
on my
I want to
kitchen
get a
table,
PB,
a bottle of
honestly.
wine between us,
But I just
and a
don't
blank
play
piece of
fast
paper
enough for a
before me.
PB, I don't think. I don't
The
think I
pen
can get a
hovers
sub
over the
20. I
space
really
where
want a sub
sibling
20.
names
That's what
should
I
go.
want, is sub 20 and
David,
ranked.
Joel, Lauren, Alex 4.
I don't want to see
Spaces
it.
that should be automatic.
I don't want to see
Family,
it.
Blood. My hand moves past that space, writing other names instead. Mrs. Wilson.
Yeah, probably
who
Tyso.
brings
They
me
might have
soup when
put
I'm
down
sick.
a safety bed.
Tara from college, who drove 6 hours when Mark's mom died. People who show up, who see me, who stay. Are you sure?
That was
Mark
a
asked
horrible
softly, watching my pen skip those 4 vital spaces. I lift my eyes to his, and my smile holds peace
Oh, he said
instead
in
of
forfeit.
pain.
True!
More sure than
Who
I've
said
ever
that?
been
Blaze the
about anything.
maze!
The call comes 3 days later. Mom's voice
True
crackles
and
through my phone
based.
speaker. Confusion
They
building
had like
with each
4
question
deaths.
about ceremony details.
I think I had more.
But when are we discussing the family
I think I had like
invitation?
6 deaths.
We aren't. The words come steady, certain.
That was a
There won't be
traumatic.
any.
Okay, I will
No
never go on
siblings.
only 2 fire res ever
Silence
again. I
stretches
have to
between
go on
us.
3. I'm just not
Close
fast
taut
enough.
like a rubber band about to snap.
It was
Then,
basalt
You
biome.
can't be serious.
Terrible rates.
Her voice rises,
like,
sharp with
abysmal
disbelief.
rates.
This is spite,
And they
pure
just weren't.
childishness.
It's just like everything
No,
aligned.
Mom, this is peace.
Everything misaligned
The
to be
rubber
a
band
terrible,
breaks.
terrible seed
Calls
for me.
flood in, one after another, my phone buzzing like an angry hornet's nest.
It was
Joel
horrible.
first, his
I'm
lawyer
getting
voice
fucking
trying to
back
reason with
shots
me.
from the other blazes
Then
in the
Alex,
back that I
all
couldn't.
careful
'cause I
logic
didn't
about
break the
family
spawner for that one.
obligations. David,
Oh my
playing
God.
the eldest, threatening in that soft
That
way
was
of
the same
his,
seed. I
"Mom
died in
and
the
Dad won't come
beginning.
if
I
you do
died in the
this."
beginning of that seed because.
Lauren
Wait,
calls
is that the
last,
same seed?
her tears trickling through the speaker.
I had 7 deaths.
But I'm your
bro.
sister.
Bro,
Your
I
only
really hope
sister.
they don't look at my.
You were
I
my
really
sister
hope they
when I
don't
was
look at it.
16 too. My
I think
voice
I have
stays
to make
level,
this. I
though
think
my
I'm gonna
hands
send this to
shake.
my editor. I
6
think I have
months,
to
Lauren.
make that
You
whole
couldn't wait
35-minute
6 months
sequence
so
of
I could
video.
be at your wedding. That was
I
different.
think I have to.
We had to consider
I think that was the
extended
worst.
family,
The
venue
worst.
requirements, adult-only policies, traditions. Each excuse falls from my lips like
Experience
stones.
I've ever had.
I've
in
heard
this
them all
game.
before. 4 times before. I hung up without further consideration.
And I've been in
Later
Coal
that
2.
evening, the porch
No,
swing
I've been in Coal
creaks
3.
beneath us as Mark and I watch the sunset. Another text lights up
can't
my
do-
phone, the third from Mom today. I block the number without opening the message. Mark's arm settles around my shoulders, solid and warm in the cooling evening air. "I'm proud of you," he murmurs into my hair. I lean into him, watching golden
Hello?
light paint the sky
Are we
in
going
colors
to Q or not?
no one can exclude me from seeing. For the first time, I say, "I'm proud of me too." Truth sits in my chest like a flower finally breaking through soil,
Ew,
reaching for
what is
light,
this guy's
growing
skin?
strong.
Wither man.
No more bending myself small enough
I'm
to
only
fit
saying
into
one good luck
spaces
this
they
time.
never meant to make for me.
That's all they deserve.
No more
Not
pretending
them.
their
That's all.
excuses didn't shape my
That's
heart.
all I can handle right now. I'm
The
gonna be
wedding
honest.
will be in
Please
our
don't
garden.
be an ocean seed.
Small,
Please, I
true,
beg.
filled with
I
people
beg
who
of
choose
you.
to see me. And in the space where siblings should stand, there will be something better.
Okay, they have
Peace.
They're like kind of same.
A month
as me,
later, the doorbell chimes just as I finish addressing the last wedding invitation.
except
Through
they
the front
FF.
window's gauzy curtains, I spot 4
Okay, room
familiar
portal. I can
silhouettes on
handle
my
a room
porch.
portal.
My siblings,
Although I don't know if I want to
standing
deal
shoulder
with
to
another hard
shoulder like a
seed.
firing squad. My hand trembles as I set down my calligraphy pen. The muscle memory of making room for them,
Oh my god, it's another
of
hard
stepping
seed.
aside, of shrinking myself small threatens to take over. But Mark's voice echoes in my mind. "You deserve to take up space." I open the door and plant my feet firmly on the threshold. No invitation to come inside. "Claire." David steps forward, his banker suit pristine even in the autumn heat. "We need to talk." Lauren pushes past him, her mascara already smudged. "How could you do this to us?"
Dude, this seed's gonna be so
The words they've
fucking
rehearsed tumble out in a
hard.
practiced cascade. Family means forgiveness. Blood is thicker than water. What about Mom and Dad? Each phrase lands like
my
a
God, I
stone,
can't-
wear me down. Alex, ever the lawyer, delivers his closing argument. "Now you're just doing what you accused us of, excluding family from your wedding." A laugh bubbles up from somewhere deep inside me. Not bitter or hysterical, just genuine amusement at his perfect lack of understanding. "No," I say, my voice steady. "I'm making one
Yo.
choice. You made 4. The silence stretches between us like a rubber band about to snap. Joel shifts his
Okay.
weight, uncomfortable the
more
way
than
he
8.
always gets when emotions run high. Lauren breaks
Acquired
first.
hardware. Wait, what does that mean?
Everyone's
What does
talking
that
about it.
Advancement mean again?
Aunt Susan called Mom crying. What will people think when your own sister isn't invited to your wedding? And there it is. The truth beneath coordinated assault. That's always been the problem, hasn't it? My fingers trace the doorframe, finding strength in its solid wood. What people think, not how I feel. That's not fair, David
Oh my God.
protests. We were young, we didn't think. The word slices through his excuses. Let me remind you exactly what happened. My voice remains calm as I recount
Is
each
getting an
exclusion. David's wedding when I was 12, still believing I'd be his flower girl. Joel's 2 years later, when his fiancé wanted me there but got overruled. Lauren's broken promise about her wedding, claiming
Okay.
she couldn't wait 6 months for me to turn 18. Alex's final betrayal, watching 18-year-old cousins receive
This is
invitations
gonna
while
be
I
a
sat at
freaking
home at
hard
17.
seed.
Their faces shift as the memories land. Joel examines his shoes. Lauren wraps her arms around herself. David's jaw clenches. We were different people then, Alex argues, but his voice wavers. No.
Okay.
I shake my head.
Let's do this.
You're exactly the
Hopefully
same.
I got some more food than them.
Standing here worried about appearances, not relationships. Trying to force me to make you comfortable instead of acknowledging how you hurt me. Claire. Lauren reaches for my hand. I step back. We're sorry. We were wrong. Please don't do this. You're not sorry you hurt me, I say softly. You're sorry there are consequences. There's a difference.
Should just be like right over here.
The phone rings inside. I know it's Mom
This
before I
looks like a pretty
answer,
easy
just
enter.
like I know exactly what she'll say.
As long as
My siblings'
this
expressions
skeletons
confirm they
fucking me.
orchestrated this too. Claire, honey. Mom's voice wobbles with tears. Your father and I won't come without all our children there. The words should shatter me. Instead, they clarify everything. Then I'll miss you at my wedding. My voice stays gentle, just like I miss being at all of theirs. The silence on the other end stretches long enough that I wonder if she's hung up. Then, barely audible. You don't mean that. I do. For the first time, those two words feel like a promise to myself instead of others. I love you, Mom, but I won't pretend anymore.
Could
I
be a
end the
fast
call
seed.
and turn back to my
I
siblings.
fear it will probably not be.
They
though.
stare at me like I'm a stranger speaking a language they don't understand. Maybe I am. Claire?
Really?
David starts again, but I hold up my hand. No more speeches.
Oh my god, I'm going fast.
No more guilt. No more pretending we're something we're not. I step back inside my house. I hope you all have wonderful lives, but I won't spend mine begging to matter. The door closes with a quiet click.
Hello? Where is
Through
my
the window,
iron?
I watch them huddle in a conference, probably planning their next
I
strategy.
had iron right here this whole time.
But I'm already turning away, back to my calligraphy pen, and the invitations for people who've proven they want to be there. Later that night, I find Mark in our bedroom, studying a family photo from Christmas years ago.
Wow, they really freaking...
5 siblings squeezed onto a couch, my smile a fraction too bright as I tried to prove I belonged. Second thoughts? He asks, wrapping his arms around me from behind. I touch the glass, tracing the space between me and my siblings. Always there, even in photos. No, for the first time, I'm being honest about our relationship instead of pretending it's what I wished it was. Mark kisses my temple.
I feel like if I was
You know
a
what the
good runner,
hardest
I would
part
just
of
do double
watching you
triple.
go through this has been?
But
What?
I don't
Seeing
know
how
how to do that, so we're not
extraordinary
gonna
you
do
are and knowing they missed it. Their loss, sweetheart, their loss. I lean back against his chest, breathing in the familiar scent of his soap. The photo shows the family I tried desperately to be part of. But here,
Great.
in this moment, I'm building the family I deserve on that sees me, includes me, celebrates me. One invitation at a time. 2 months later, sunlight streams through sugar maple branches, casting dappled shadows that dance across 80 white chairs. The morning air carries hints of wildflowers and fresh-cut grass. Mrs. Wilson, my next-door neighbor for the past 3 years, stretches to adjust a bouquet of black-eyed Susans and Queen Anne's lace. Her weathered hands move with practiced grace, each stem finding its perfect place. Just like my own garden, she says, stepping back to survey her work. Natural, not too fussy. I touch a lantern hanging from a nearby branch, its glass cool against my fingertips. Paper lanterns line the winding path between the chairs, ready for tonight when Mark and I will walk beneath their glow as husband and wife. My college roommate, Sarah, appears at my elbow,
Thank you,
squeezing my
Tyso.
hand. 2 seats in the front row remain empty,
So I don't think
stark
it's
white
gotten-
against the green grass. The wedding coordinator hovers nearby, pen tapping against her clipboard. We could wait another 15 minutes, she offers. Sometimes traffic. No. The word comes out soft but certain. Everyone who's coming is here. Sarah's grip tightens. She remembers those endless nights in our dorm room, my quiet tears after each sibling's wedding. She was there when Lauren's invitation never came, 6 months before my 18th birthday. The violin music begins, floating through the garden like a summer breeze. My hands smooth the simple silk of my dress, no lace, no beading, just clean lines and honest fabric. My feet find their rhythm on the grass, each step deliberate and sure. Mark waits beneath an arch of climbing roses.
There's a lot of pigs.
His eyes fill when he sees me, and a tear slips down his cheek. No shame in it, no attempt to hide the depth of what he feels. This is what love looks like when it's real, when it's earned through 1,000 small moments of truly seeing each other. Marriage, our celebrant begins, her voice carrying to the last row of chairs, is about the family we choose. The ones who show up, who make space, who say you matter, not just with words, but with presence. Mark's hands tremble slightly as he slides the ring onto my finger. I choose you, he says, not just for today, but for every day. To notice, to include, to cherish. My voice stays steady through my vows. No more trembling little girl, hoping to be worthy of attention. I choose you, and the family will build together. One where everyone has a place at the table. At the reception, tables overflow with the people who filled my life with meaning. My first grade teacher who still sends birthday cards. The librarian who saved me a quiet corner during high school lunch periods. Co-workers who became friends. Neighbors who became confidants.
Hello, fire res!
Professor Jenkins raises his glass, his bow tie slightly crooked.
Really?
Family isn't just born,
Are we just gonna
he
not?
says, wisdom earned through 40 years of teaching shining in his eyes. Family is earned, built, chosen
Oh my
day by
God.
day. The room fills with genuine laughter, real stories, not the polite fiction of family obligation, but the truth of lives intertwined by
Hello?
choice. My heart feels
Suika
full,
Shield. I
complete.
learned from last
No
time I'm
hollow
not doing that
spaces
shit.
where siblings should be. Little Sophie, Mrs. Wilson's granddaughter,
Really, guys?
catches my
This is
bouquet.
crazy.
Her small
Why is
hands
getting
clutch
just,
the flowers as she runs up to
shitty
me,
seats? Oh, no
blonde
way.
curls bouncing.
There's just no way.
When you have another party, she asks, can I come? I kneel down, my dress pooling around me. Sophie, you will always be included. Always. Mark watches us, love and understanding written across his face. He knows what those
Well, at least
words
I know
mean
where the
coming
fort
from me.
is.
The weight of them. The promise. Later, we stand beneath a canopy of stars, Vermont's mountains dark shadows against the sky. Sparklers trace golden paths through the night air. Mark pulls me close, his lips touching my ear. Our family, he whispers. We'll do
Okay,
it
you know what?
differently. I lean into him, watching the
Maybe they
lights
dropped
dance.
one with the trades.
The story I was given tried to write me small, tried to tuck me into margins and footnotes. But that wasn't the only story available. Here, surrounded by people who choose to see me, who make the effort to show up, I've written my own. My face feels peaceful,
Okay, so it doesn't
muscles
look like they
relaxed
did.
in a way they never could be at family
I should have
gatherings.
accepted their draw vote.
No
bro.
regret shadows my smile. No anger tightens my shoulders. Just the quiet certainty of forward motion, of a path chosen with clear eyes and an open heart.
Don't you dare fucking
The
push me off
sparklers
the
fade
edge.
to ember,
Okay.
then ash.
Um,
But the light inside me burns steady and bright, lighting the way toward tomorrow.
Move.